Ladies and gentlemen, shift imeisha. I'm just from a night shift, but listen to this. I'm concerned about this group of people, the spouses of nurses who come to the US. You know, most of the time we are so focused on nurses. The agency is focused on you. Immigration is talking to you. But if you are married and you have a husband or a wife who is coming with you to the US, there's little focus on those people, and that is a gap that I've noted over time. And I felt like no. Let's see if we can address this. So I asked some guys who are preparing to come to the US what questions they have, and they gave me a couple of questions, and we are going to address one by one. So these are the questions, and if any of the questions touch you, then please like this video, subscribe, and share. Question number one: for wives who are not in nursing, how do you go about verifying the academic credentials? That's question number two. Question number two, also number one. Number two: which jobs can they pursue once they land that are easily available and pay reasonably? Good questions. Question number three: if you have kids, can the spouse stay at home for the past few months and maybe get an online job to keep them engaged as they settle? Good questions, huh? Question number four: for academic pathways, are there online studies they can take to boost their academic standing? Question number five: give us a breakdown of job availability outside of nursing, or rather in the whole medical fraternity. Somebody doesn't want to do anything with the medical, no hospitals, no patients, nothing. Give us a breakdown. These are really good questions, and we are going to address them. Now, I don't want my videos to be too long, so we are just going to address one question after another. Okay, so here we go. Today we just want to address question number one: how do you go about verifying academic credentials? Let me start by saying we have been duped, lied to, and misled that our degrees, our certificates from back home have zero meaning in this country. Hear me out. And I want to say it's not entirely true. It is good that you put your papers to task first. Find out if they actually work or not. And that's why credentialing is important. What do I mean? You see, many spouses come to the US with the degrees, but they don't know if they are valid here. So we are going to see exactly how to check if your academic credentials can be recognized and whether you need to go that way. Okay? So this is the thing. When families get here, the plan is to get settled as quick as possible. Maybe they have kids, maybe they don't. Nevertheless, they want to find a way they can settle as quick as possible. And some want a quick job. It can be in retail, can be in admin, can be customer service, whatever. Okay? So this is gonna vary from one person to the other. Okay? Because not every spouse needs to verify credentials, especially if you are going to those things that I've mentioned: customer service, retail, admin. You may not need to verify your papers. Okay? Or rather, you may not need it right away. But if you need to continue in your profession, maybe you're a teacher, maybe you're an IT guy, you did a business course, or this is important, if you want to continue with your studies, maybe you did a degree and you want to do masters moving forward, then you need to verify your credentials. And there are two main pathways available. Number one is WES, WES, that is World education services. Number 2 is educational credential evaluator. So my spouse used WES. Okay, so this is what they do. They take your transcripts and they compare them to the US standards. For nurses, we do CGFNS. You know that, okay? So they compare to see, is that home degree, is it equivalent to the American standards? So they check the courses that you did, you know, the hours that you spent, and then they see if this is on to par. If not, they'll tell you. And if it is equivalent to the US, now they give you that form, that certificate, or that paperwork that you're going to use to apply to a job, so that your employer, your future employer, can see, yes, this person has the same qualifications as a person who studied in the US. Okay, so they take your transcripts, they compare them to the US standards. Okay, so this is what they do, or this is what happened to us. By us, I mean my spouse, because we are working together on this journey one by one. Okay, so they tell you, so you create an account with WES, go online. I'll probably create a video on how to do this step by step. Let me know if you need this one, okay? Because I don't want to prepare things that I have zero value, okay? Time is money. I don't want to spend too much time in things that people don't need. So you create an account, and in that account they will give you instructions. It was pretty straightforward, and basically what they need is transcripts to be sent to them. So from what I've known, from what I saw, just like CGFNS, WES wants the university to send transcripts directly to their offices. So when you open that website, that when you create that account, they'll give you information. Okay, so sometimes it's not possible for the university to send those transcripts directly, but the university can prepare them, seal them. Okay, there should not be any proof of a tampered document. If it's an envelope, it needs to be sealed properly. Okay, and then shipped to the address that you'll get. How much will this cost? Good question. Usually it costs about 150 to 250. I think we spend about 220. That's dollars, okay, depending on exactly what you're asking for. And it may take from 2 weeks to 4 weeks for those documents to be ready. And it's a straightforward process. They'll tell you, do you want us to say, if you have an employer in mind, or if there's an employer who's asking you to send the papers to them, the WES is more than ready to send those papers directly to your employer, or they can send them to you, whatever you want. But for every copy you request, depending on how many copies you want, I think it's $10 each. Okay, so that is it about WES. So yes, you can have your degree credentialed when you get here. Okay, so somebody was asking me, does it expire once it has been credentialed? Once you've gotten that processing done, does it expire? The quick answer is no, it doesn't expire. However, if it has lasted, let's say like 10-15 years, you've used it for that long period of time, 7-10 years, your employer may want a new copy. So all you need to do is to contact WES, so that WES can send you another copy. Isn't that good? Yeah, so before you take your degree and tear it, throw it in the rubbish, or forget about it, try this service before you give up on your career, because that degree was not easy, right? You spent at least 4 years to get it, man. You remember the time, the countless hours you sat. So that paper is not just a paper. That represents your effort. Let's not even go to how much money you spent to get it, right? So before you throw it away, I would suggest you go through this way. And who knows, because when we were living in Kenya, we didn't know that the US could accept project managers. You know, that's what she did in college. Then we get here and we get a good, oh man, friends are good. We get a good person who tells us you can do this. This is what he did back in the day, and we do it. And maybe I'll tell this another day. It took us long, but finally she got a job along what she had studied for. So she didn't get to go back to school to do nursing. Kidogo too. Maybe that I'll narrate that story. It was just about, she was about to join nursing school. Boom. Mungu akacheza kaa yeye akapata job yake. All right, so I think we've addressed that question. And if this is helpful, please let me know, subscribe, like, and we are going to the next question here shortly. Just watch, check on the next video. We are answering the next question.